Hello, my name is Liam James. This is a group presentation of the Party School, the activity taken from our class textbook. Our group is called the Houston Elite. We have 7 members in our group, and you will hear from each of them individually soon about their individual parts of this group project. The people in our group and their responsibilities when it comes to this discussion are: first, you'll hear from Tafa. He'll speak about prompt A, giving the group's feeling about what is a party school. Ianta will then follow him up and speak about prompt B. And she will give us 2 lists of no party schools and non-party schools. Deandra will then be after her and speak about prompt C, in which she will talk about the advantages of an organization with an established and healthy culture, and how important that really is. Baleen will then follow her up and speak about part 1 of prompt D. We split prompt D up into 2 parts, and she'll give us some insight on how a school might make a change to their culture. Christian will do the second part of prompt D, explaining the different tools that schools can use to make that change. And then Jocelyn will wrap it up for us with a summary of our findings and explanation. We came across very few challenges when coming to an agreed opinion about what a party school is. Generally, we all had the same idea and added our own take on that idea to come up with a group opinion. And that is, a party school is defined as a college university that is infamous for having a large amount of their student population partake in excessive drinking or drug usage. These schools tend to have higher dropout rates than schools that are otherwise known as academically focused.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Gay, and I'm here to talk about party school assignment. I wanted to say a college academy institution found in nearly any country, designed to turn in high school graduate into professional of different career. While the main purpose of college is education, those who attend said institution engage in social activities, such as going to parties and consumption of substances and things like spring break. Some colleges are more open than others about enforcing, or just this aspect of the situation, said institution as referred to a party school. To properly understand the phenomenon, it is necessary to define what is party school. A party school is an academic institution in which the consumption of substances, activity, nightlife, and frequent parties or celebration are rather common. Party school may also be popular based on the aforementioned factors, meaning that the institution might be widely recognized as a place in which the education might be not the best due to the fact that rules are not enforced as strict as other academic institutions do. Some of the most popular party schools are Tulane University, the New Orleans, the Florida State University in Tallahassee, and the University of Wisconsin. Alternatively, some of the most conservative institutions are the Colorado Christian University, Lee University in Cleveland in Tennessee, and the Utah State University. The existence of lists that indicate which school are party school serve as guide for people who want a college experience that is in the concordance with their lifestyle. However, this might only be the case for the social life that the student will encounter in the campus. It is likely that the image of the school is considered as negative by teachers, so it should not influence on how they teach. If a party school wanted to change the image, I consider that the first step should be embracing that image and pairing with quality education. This could be showcased in social media to tell aspiring students that while the social life of the campus is active, the academic demands are also high, discouraging those who only want to party from attempting to enroll. Thank you.
Hello, I will be discussing prompt B, which is to make 2 lists of party schools and non-party schools. I will be starting with the non-party schools. So at number one, I have Swarthmore College. This college was founded in 1864 by the Religious Society of Friends, aka known as Quakers. This school offers smaller and more personal classes with a student to faculty ratio of 7-1. Number 2, I have Wesleyan University, located in Michigan, Middleton, Connecticut. Originally an all-male college from 1872 to 1912. Third on the list is Spelman College. This college was founded in 1881, originally called the Atlanta Baptist Female Seminary, becoming Spelman College in 1924. This school is known for being a prestigious school for African American women and having a high graduation rate. Number 5, I have Berea College. Situated in Kentucky, Berea is different because there is no tuition for the students, offering 16 varsity programs. Its athletic teams are known as the Mountaineers. Number 5, I have Mills College. It's an independent liberal arts and science college in San Francisco, around the Bay Area. Leader in providing opportunities for women to pursue higher education. Number 6, I have Thomas Aquinas College. This is a private Roman Catholic college. The college curriculum aims at both natural and divine wisdom. Number 7 is Gordon College. Gordon College is a Christian school. Faith is strongly emphasized and ingrained into the students. Number 8 is Wheaton College, also in Massachusetts, found in 1834 as a female seminary. Core theology beliefs are integrated into their disciplines and work. Number 9, I have Wake Forest University. Is a notable business school offering a 20-month MBA program. Is number 1 part-time university in Athens, Ohio. They have an athletic team, and it's called the Bobcats, making their most appearance in 2021 for the NCAA Men's Division Basketball Championship. The MBA program in North Carolina. So number 10, I have Fairfield College, founded by the Jesuits in...
Undoubtedly, the expectations in an organization with an established culture would be reinforced. This works out for the school in many ways. Students who see the organization not fitting their skill and personality will no longer be interested in applying or attending. More importantly, the school wouldn't necessarily have to worry about students who aren't as interested in these set of expectations that are enforced. Differences in organizations will have an impact on the decision-making process. Students interested in more traditional or conservative schools will apply to schools like Colorado Christian University or Lee University. Furthermore, these conservative schools would offer different things in the likes of the expectations. Party schools such as Tulane and Florida State University that may have expectations for students not only surrounding the party aspect, but also aspects of the academics. These types of schools would also offer different things such as the professors and teaching styles, and would also have an effect in the decision-making process. Not only would it have an effect on the students in the schools themselves, it would also determine the types of professors who work at these universities. These universities and college professors at the schools with an established culture may very well have different teaching approaches than the ones that don't. In addition, these professors at these types of universities' teaching styles will vary from the traditional. Since the students already have the expectations set in place, the professors would be more than likely to base their teaching styles around that in order to keep the students engaged. However, the teaching styles would all still vary, especially since all the classes are all different. But to maintain structure, they would still reinforce the rules. Alternatively, the ones that don't have an established culture may have issues that vary amongst the different colleges and universities. In short, the advantage of a school with an established culture and reinforced expectations will have contrasting outcomes, especially if the school's culture doesn't meet the students' expectations. There may very well be a difference in many things, such as the professors and teaching styles. Sheely continues my point further.
If a known party school wanted to change their culture, what specific steps would you recommend be taken by the Chancellor, Board of Regents, and faculty? As Liam said earlier, a party school is a college or university that is infamous for having a large amount of their student population partake in excessive drinking or drug use. One of the known party schools in 2018 is Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana. This has become their culture. And as you may know, cultures are not that simple to change and even impossible to completely erase. It is true that college parties are loud and colorful and experimental. It is the time to explore, make friends, and make unforgettable memories. But as we all know, parties come with a risk, with numerous dangerous things that could happen. This culture should be once and for all changed. The change should start from within, from the top of the food chain, the Chancellor. The Chancellor is the academic and thought leader of the college. The Chancellor should first address that the school has become a party school. He should confer with his co-workers to find out what is the best course of action in changing their party school culture. Of course, not everyone will agree. Not everyone will go with his decision. There will be a conflict nonetheless. But then, he could use collaboration to present facts and data to support that abolishing parties will increase the well-being of the students as well as the quality of their school. He should compare non-party schools from theirs. If it does not work, he will compromise. Yes, compromising means losing something to get the best result. But his best bet is to firmly instill the fact that their system is no longer working. The Board of Regents, being the supervisor of all school activities, should be involved in the decision-making and execution of the Chancellor's plan. They should collaborate as well for the plan to succeed. Lastly, the faculty should communicate any updates to them, big or small, to ensure that the plan is moving and to prevent any resistance that may come. Christian will further my point.
In addition to the Chancellor enacting changes in schools, social media and the news allow for a new type of tool that colleges can use. Today, social media is used all the time and can allow for the travel of news to transfer even faster than we ever could imagine. 10 years ago, people thought we reached the maximum of communication, and now it's gotten even more advanced than it already was. This not only makes trying to enact change in schools extremely difficult, especially if they're no longer trying to have a title of party school, but also easier in a sense. There are many causes for making it difficult, for schools to control the amount of parties that happen off campus and on campus by students that attend the school. For instance, videos and messages can be sent an instant of parties and student opinions of the school, which can be hurtful or beneficial depending on how the view of the school takes it. However, there is a possibility of change by using social media and the news outlets as tools to change not only the student's perspective, but also future students who may want to enroll for the educational benefits that the school has. Using social media to focus on the educational aspects of school can spark a change in allowing for future students that are only focused on academics and not really the partying that students of the school might also already attend to as they attended a party school, allows for a spark to a change in the future. And they enroll due to the educational benefits posted by the school or university. Following what Valine stated about the board members initiating changes, the board can invite news outlets to interview professors and board members, showing parents of students how beneficial all the changes implemented by the schools will be. This may even consider students to become even more persuaded or have parents persuade the children just on how informative the segment was on the news. This is a huge attention grab for schools to try and not become a party school, reaching out to the academic high schoolers that want to achieve greatly and go above and beyond. In addition to showcasing educational benefits, implementing policies for students limiting the amount of partying on campus and off campus by listing rules showing the school's stance and how it won't be tolerated. As soon as on campus parties will be limited, it will diverse out to the off campus where students don't really do it as often and focus on their academics. Soon after that, schools will target more educational students than party students. That'll hopefully change the title of party school to a great academic school.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn, and I will be summarizing on behalf of my group today. So, to reiterate, once again, a party school is a academic institution where students are very much heavily influenced by the things that are around them, such as partying, drinking, and drug consumption. And with that being said, it gives the school a dirty image, and it makes the school seem like a party school. A party school is widely recognized for not having favorable academics and learning compared to more prestigious schools. So schools that are regarded as party schools, schools like Tulane University, the University of Florida, the University of Mississippi, they would not be as prestigious as schools such as like Spelman College, schools like Swarthmore College. So with that being said, students tend to find themselves at schools where their values, the values of the school, tend to align with the values of the student. So if I was a student who was very much involved in my academics, I praised myself for being, a smart student and not staying out of trouble. I would go to a school that, has the same values. Schools like Spelman. I wouldn't find myself to be going to a University of Florida, where I know everyone's going to be partying, and overall involved in, sports organizations, if I was a student who wanted to be more on the side of academics. Now, in contrast, students who are heavily involved in sports organizations, they do tend to find themselves going to party schools because a lot of the party schools have they have infamous sports organizations and Greek organizations. Yes. So with that also being said, if a school wanted to change their image, if they wanted to change their image from being a party school to a more traditional school, they would have to, definitely start from the top, like my classmate said, start from the top, and it's going to have to trickle its way down. The chancellor and the school board are going to have to, come together, be in agreement, with, and they're going to have to be in agreement to where they can change the school's image, knowing that they can do it by, changing policy, and making the students adhere to those policies. So once the chancellor goes to the school board and he or she is able to present factual evidence and data, to sway the school board and, kind of come to the realization that that is something that they need to do, it's going to be, a more effective tool to go ahead and get that accomplished. And they can also utilize, social media and news networks, to push the school's image in a more positive and light way, to steer away from the cognitive, decision of, hey, like, this is a negative place to be. Once the world or, social media is able to see like, hey, this is a great place to go because the academics are being pushed, positive organizations are being pushed, through the chancellor and the school board, and faculty and staff, then, it'll be able to become a conscious change throughout those who view those videos. Now, students in turn can also, if they can utilize social media in a bad way, say if they're sharing, messages and videos of, negative things about the school, they're seeing the partying and they're seeing, the drug usage or maybe marijuana, they're seeing things in that sort of nature, it's going to in turn, change things in a bad way. So if the chancellor is trying to do something positive, and show the school in a positive light, students could inadvertently be doing negative and showing things in a negative light by exposing the school in a bad way. So definitely it can be done, but it's going to have to start from the top. It's going to have to start from, the school board. Everyone's going to have to be in agreement, and that's how we get that thing done. So I appreciate you for viewing. Thank you for taking the time out. You guys have a nice day.